Hello everyone, a very warm welcome once again on behalf of planmytrainings.com and our club, PMT Club. So a very warm welcome to this week's meetup, and I would just like to share some of the ground rules and some of the background on why we started off with this particular initiative of going ahead with these meetups. I would just share my slides and I'll quickly take you through what made us, why we thought of coming up with these meetups. So yes, I'm just sharing my slides. Give me a moment. Yes. Can you see the slides? All right. So, yes, as I was mentioning before we started off with the meeting formally, also I mentioned that the goal of this entire club is to give a platform to speakers, trainers, and professionals from various fields to come and practice on weekly basis, practice and speak and just have networking kind of platform to share their thoughts and experiences with each another. That is the basic purpose. And going forward, the extension of this meetup is like we will be having conferences, global conferences, virtual and live conferences, in-person conferences as well. And that would be an extension to these meetups. So once in a while, maybe once in a quarter or once in a few months, that is how is the plan to have those conferences. So that is where we will take this opportunity of networking to get a platform to speak in a conference. That is the basic purpose. And the club has been started under the banner of Plan My Trainings. The benefits are weekly meetups, quarterly virtual conference, and offline conferences, as I mentioned. Future agenda. Now, there are several plans that we have around these meetups. In future, we will have theme-based meetings, panel discussions, competitions, awards, educational sessions by experts, guest speakers. Those are the things that we plan to have. We have already done few awards and competitions in the past as well, but yes, through these meetups, we will be having further speaking competitions and all those things and awards and all. That is what our future plans are. I'll not take much time, but quickly, the opportunities that we all get are speak to improve, learn from each other, become hosts, panelists, keynote speakers, get into the competitions, practice various training topics, and expand our network. These are the opportunities that I would like to mention quickly for the benefit of all of us here. Requirements, I expect that we get regular attendance from people and speech delivery, and follow some of the ground rules which are just basic requirements that I feel that we all should stick to. Are like, we do not get into any other brand promotions, no hatred speech, no discouragement to each other, no political speech, no adult languages, violence, and any other such thing. This is what is my thought, and what we can do. Yes, we can have our personal brand promotion. We all are here to speak, so we get this opportunity to position ourselves as good speakers. Self-promotion, learn and stay positivity and respect all. This is what is expectation, and this is what I think we all will benefit from. Quickly about me, I am the owner of planmytrainings.com, and I have 20 plus years of experience in HR training and public speaking. I'm director of Salakar and Excellanta, founder of planmytrainings.com. I'm an author and I've trained thousands on Train the Trainer, public speaking, soft skills, leadership, and all these trainings. So this is the quick introduction of what this particular meetup and this platform is all about. Today we have two speakers Mr. Jay Panchal and Dr. Richa Ranjan. We have third speaker as well, and I'll also be speaking on tips on public speaking skills. And we will be having a great session today. Best of luck to all the speakers. So I would like to call upon Mr. Jay Panchal. Mr. Jay Panchal, I would like to quickly share your agenda to speak. I think you will be introducing yourself and you'll be talking about positive mindset. So Jay Panchal, we would love to hear from you. The virtual podium is all yours.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Let me start. And let me start firstly. Thank you so much for giving me just a minute. The one inconvenience is my side. Just a minute.
No problem. Take your time. We'll wait.
Okay. Now I am comfortable. Sorry for the inconvenience. Now let me start with the talk. Okay. Firstly, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk and to introduce myself and also talk about my topic. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Jay Panchal. I am a 21-year-old and I am living right now in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Okay. And my background is right now I am working in sales and I did my bachelor's in BBA, bachelor's in business administration. And previously I thought that I would go in the management field, MBA and then corporate. But right now, slowly I figured out that that is not for me. I want to train the people. I want to tell people that how powerful your mind is, how powerful your mindset is, how you can achieve anything through your mind. So that's why I figured out slowly, so that because it's my skill, I literally care about people. I literally love people to help. I love to help others and I understand their problem and love to solve their problems. That's why I figured out that this is my strength and I should work in this field, this domain. So yeah, this is my domain right now. And right now I'm working in sales also because that is my financial thing. That's how I'm making money. So that's how my background is. I'm also a content creator. I am creating content from last 2 years. Changed lots of niches, but right now figured out I have a clarity that I want to talk about this topic, and this is a mindset, how you can achieve anything through your mind. Yeah, it took some years to get this clarity, but now I have the clarity, and yeah, I'm glad that I got the clarity. Now let me talk about this topic, how powerful our mind is. You already know our mind has lots of potential. We can do anything. We can achieve everything, whatever we want through our mind, right? Whatever we want, we can achieve through our mind. I know you will now talk how we can achieve anything through our mind. Yes, it is possible because our mind has lots of potential. We can think and we can achieve. You have read that book, Think and Grow Rich. Yes, you can literally think and become rich through your mind. How? Through your mindset. How? Through your thought process. How you think about the process. How your process. How you think about the scenario. What's your mindset? That matters a lot. Because firstly, palace built in your mind, a strategy built in your mind, then it will be executed in reality. So your mind, that's why it's very important, right? Now let me give one example how mind is very important, right? Because let's take two examples. One, Mr. Rahul is there. Number two, Mr. Sohan is there. Two people are there. Two people will be giving speech in the corporate, right? Now Rahul is very confident and now he will be going to speak about one topic, whatever he will be giving, right? And Sohan is little bit not confident and his mindset is little bit, oh, I will be speaking, it's okay, I will be speaking, that whatever topic will be giving, I will be try my best, and whatever thing that's going in his head, right? Now what you will be thinking, who will be perform well? For sure, Rahul, because his mindset is amazing. His confidence is top notch. He has control on his mind. He tell his mind that he is the best. He is the champion. He will be doing well because he prepared his mind. He prepared himself. That's how we have to prepare our mind, right? Now let me tell my personal example. Right, I trained my mind a lot, right? But previous 6 months ago, means lots of time I faced issue to my mind because my mind was controlling me. He was not allowing me to go out of my comfort zone. Then I was thought that it is happening with me. Still, I have lots of knowledge about things. I know about my mind, but the people who do not aware about this all stuff do not know about the mind, power of the mind. What will be happening with them? People are suffering with the mental health issues. People are suffering with their mindset. So this is a very big problem that I want to solve. Even big person, corporate employees, CEO, founders, everyone, most of the people facing mental health issues, their mindset is not good. Even though they are making good amount of money, their careers is wonderful, but their mind is not in their control. Their mindset most of the time not good. Still, they achieve the success, but their mind is not in their control. But it is very important to have command on our mind because it is all in all, money is important. For sure, money is important. But until or unless we don't have the control on our mind, on our mindset, on our mental health, we will be not able to go long term. We will be not able to run the race till the end because it's the marathon, not sprint. So our mind plays very important role, right? It's just an importance of our mind, right? Now, just a little bit information I will be giving how we can train our mind. Firstly, it's very important how we think about others, about the situation, about ourselves, mainly about ourselves. What we will be thinking about ourselves. Are we scrolling ourselves? Means we will be telling, oh, I am nothing. I am going nowhere. Oh, I will be achieving nothing. So, my friend, do not tell to this yourself. You are very important. You are king. You will be rocking in this life, right? You have to tell this to yourself daily basis in front of mirror also, and no worries in front of people also. No matter they tell you are mad, it's okay. But it is very important to give you positive command to yourself because, as I told you, your mind is very important. Whatever command you will be giving, whatever input you will be putting in there, the output is just like that. Whatever input go in, the output will be there. It's just like a computer. Your mind is also computer programming. Whatever program you will be put in, the output comes just like that. So that's called affirmations. You have to affirm like that. Yeah, I am the healthiest. I am the best. I am the champion. I am going to kill this world. Means I am going to win in every situation. That's how you have to train your mind slowly. Daily basis you have to train. Now another thing is visualization. Means whatever goals you have, whatever thing you want to achieve, you can visualize because your subconscious mind is very powerful. It's like to imagine everything, and whatever you will be imagining, it can be possible. You can achieve everything through your mind. Yes, it is possible, 100% possible. You can think in the picture, in the reality, that after achieving that thing, what will be your reaction? What will be your family's reaction? What will be your friend's reaction after you will be achieving that goal, that whatever you want to achieve? Imagine that picture, imagine that moment, everything what is happening. You daily just give 5 to 10 minutes process, you will be amazed. You will get amazing result through this process. Another thing is called journaling. Means you have to write your thoughts, whatever telling in your head whatever coming in your head, you can write in your diary everywhere, because writing also plays a very important role in this process. Okay, as I told, speaking, visualization, writing, affirmation, visualization, journaling, everything plays very important role. So this is the power of our mind. Please use your mind very, very, very effectively. It is a gold mine. Use it and you can kill this whole world. This is from my side. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Jay. Good, very nice. The entire stuff that you have mentioned about how to handle our mind, or how to use our mind in order to progress further in life. So, being kind to oneself, to ourselves, it is very important. I think yes, that is. I also believe in this, but we often forget to implement these things. But yeah, this is something which is a great reminder that you have given. Journaling and self affirmations and all these things, I think these are the things that we all should follow, and I strongly believe in this. Thank you for sharing this once again with us. Awesome. All right, moving on to the next speaker, Dr. Richa Ranjan.
Yeah.
All right, so Dr. Richa Ranjan, as we had discussed, you would be introducing yourself and you will be talking about human rights. I am excited to listen to you. It's always a pleasure to have you in the meeting.
Thank you so
It's all yours. Over.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Am I audible? Clear? So first of all, I'll introduce myself. I'm Dr. Richa Ranjan, a Director Principal of Swami Devidare Law College, which is one of the institution of Swami Devidare Group of Professional Institutions in Panchkula. And I am working here since 2007 when this college started. And before that, I'll tell about what I was doing before. I did my law in 1994. It means it's been 30 years in legal fraternity. 30 years. And from those years, I was into the preparation of judiciary or something or the others, because as the mentioned years are much, in those times, the girls were not preferring to do practice in the courts. So my inclination was towards judiciary, and there used to be 3 years gap between your degree and the exam which you're going to appear. So, and those were the times the parents were rather more interested in marriage. As you're educated and you'll get married. My judiciary was into vain because I got married. There was the time gap was much, but nowadays it's benefit to every girl, I can say, because now when you are in the final year or when you get the degree, you are eligible to attempt your judiciary exams. So I did my masters, I did diplomas in human rights, labor laws, then I did my PhD. Then I approached towards this field, which is education field. Now I am into it. But with these kind of activities in education, I was in my institute in the morning, but I was very active in doing social work. I used to take my students along, law students, in various, we can say, old age home, as orphanage, old age home. There we used to celebrate all the festivals, Holi, Diwali, and in this way, my students, they were kind of very surprised to see the people over there. The small kids in the orphanages, they were not having parents, and old age home, they were not having their kids. So I made them, it was kind of making comfortable to those arenas, to my students. And I organized many legal aid camps, as I'm in the legal field, in villages and old age home, orphanages. They should know about your rights. Every time what I say is, as an advocate for women, what I say is, don't fight at your homes, but as you when you're having your remote of TV in your hand, what you do? You don't stay on one channel. If you see the ad is of 2 minutes, you will shuffle here and there. So why not to know about the laws? Only just have the knowledge about your laws. Women are having so many laws. Don't claim for that. Don't fight for that. And it's the different aspect. If somebody is into very deep problem, that's a different thing. So I used to organize village camps, and I used to counsel so many ladies who were into very problem in their own household, what we can say domestic violence. And I used to counsel them, and I've saved many families. I've saved the ladies who were in depression. Once I got the call from a girl, I haven't met her still now. She was kind of, I want to kill myself. She was into these kind of thinking, but I worked on her, and now she's doing business. What I can say, she's into very well sphere now. And as I'm into my institute, I have been organizing conferences, seminars, webinars, international conferences, world conferences, and meetups, everything. Why I mentioned world conference over here? As everyone has faced that, what we can say, traumatic time of Corona. We were at home. At that time, what I did, I collaborated 30 countries and 50 speakers together. And they used to be earlier, we used to do international conference in our institute. At that time, I managed to do world conferences because I collaborated all the countries over there. And it was the topic on human rights, young minds, young boys and girls. So the topics were different every time. And after that, international conference, so I took that in the positive manner. The Corona time was utilized by me. There was once I remember, it was Women's Day. Earlier, what we used to do in our college, we used to celebrate Women's Day only for one day. Because we all were at home, I organized 7 days webinars because we have to sit at home. So different problems of women and different advocates for them. I invited advocates from High Court, speakers from Punjab University. It was very well organized at that time. And I've been invited as chief guest of honor, resource person, guest speaker, keynote speaker in several conferences and occasions. So this I have the crux what I have been doing in last so many years, and what I can say, I am with very positive attitude. The challenges should be accepted in positive manner because they motivate us to do more better. What I think, the essential thing is not to have conquered, but to have fought well. And I have traveled a long distance of 30 years, and it has emerged into a top education. What I think, I'm providing very best education in my institute regarding law. Having waxed optimistic, I can't ignore the obvious. Instead of complaining about the time we lost in Corona, we will double our efforts, and we are doing it in every sphere. What I strongly believe, that perseverance and grit are the key words to lead us to ethnic cross. I challenge that these are the challenges which will come every time. To be successful, what I say to my students is, in life, students must understand that future is not a gift, but an achievement. What you are working, that is achievement. I would like to emphasize that as we continue our challenging journey towards excellence in legal education, despite we have some problems also, we are accustomed to advanced planning, wrenching to limit ourselves will surely navigate us in everything we can be on the top. But if we work on ourselves, as nothing is given to us as gift, we can say it is a simple example. If somebody gifts us, that is to be returned. You only can't accept everything. That so it means the work should be done and everything should be in the progress. As law also we can say, law is also changeable. Nothing is stagnant. That also changes according to the circumstances and requirements. So what I say for the young generation, they have to work hard to prove themselves what they want. And today I'll come on my topic, which is about the human rights. I'll just bring overall crux over here, what we mean by human rights. And next I can explain in detail about women and human rights, or young people and human rights and it. Okay. So what we mean by human rights? In general, we can say all the rights under the sun are human rights. These are known as basic rights and these are known as integral rights, which are integral, which we having by right from the birth. So human rights are fundamental rights and freedoms that every individual is entitled to all over the world, regardless of their race, gender, nationality, religion, or other status. These rights are inherent to all human beings and are essential for the development of individual as society as well. If you're not having human rights, how the single individual can do any work, any business, any kind of thing. So now the thing is, what is the value of human rights and what we mean over as human rights? What are they? Dignity and respect. Human rights recognize the inherent worth and dignity of every individual. If there is no respect, no dignity, it means your human right is violated. And protection from abuse. Human rights protects individual from discrimination, oppression, and violence. Earlier, there were no courts. Now, as I stay in Panchkula, I was not known about that there are special courts. Human rights courts we are having of Haryana also and of Punjab also. That is placed in Chandigarh. They are human rights courts and retired justice judges. They preside over the court. They are over there. And third point is equality and non-discrimination. Human rights promotes equal treatment and opportunities for all. So what I just told you about, regardless to their race, gender, nationality. Now one thing comes over here. Earlier in our society, there were only two genders, male and female. But now the third gender is very well recognized. They are now having the education special reservation for those. And what I heard in Karnal, there was sports organized for them. They are having special services also in police and everywhere. So they are human beings. They are not male or female, but they are born as human beings. If they are human beings, why they are what we can say oppressed by everyone, as they are not the persons who can live in this country. So that third gender is valued a lot over here. Okay. So social justice and development, human rights promotes social justice, poverty, and everything. And human rights holds states and individuals accountable for every action. And I'll end over here. Global solidarity and cooperation. It promotes cooperation. So what we can say, the value of human rights are universality, indivisibility, interdependence, equality, non-discrimination, participation, accountability, transparency, and empowerment, dignity. So these value and principle guide the promotion and protection of human rights, ensuring to all the. So I end up over here now.
All right, thank you so much. It was great to know about all the human rights, and because of crunch of time, we could not get into the depth, and I had to message that let's wind up on this because we had one more speaker. Looks like they dropped off. I got a message that due to another session that they are into and connectivity issue another person is having. That they dropped off, but yes, it was great to listen to you, Dr. Richa, and I would love to get into the depth and understand furthermore on various topics within human rights, and of course we can share a lot of knowledge with others as well through this medium about what people should know related to human rights, what the general people like me we do not have the knowledge of human rights, what it is all about, and as a layman, what we should know, what we should take care of as human beings for ourselves, our own rights, and the rights of others. Yes, it is a great thing to know from you and listen to you. I look forward to listening more from you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I just got a message from Mr. Panchal that he got disconnected because of connectivity issues. Alright, so because we are already towards the end of the meeting, we don't have more time. I would take my topic of tips on public speaking in the next meeting. I would definitely like to speak on certain valuable tips which can help all of us in public speaking. So I will take those points in the next meeting, or maybe after that, because next meeting is again we have many speakers. I think 7-8 speakers are there, and we would love to listen to speakers. And I would love to give opportunity to all the speakers to speak and share their thoughts on this platform. Once again, I would like to thank everyone who came here and spoke. Dr. Richa, thank you very much for joining this meetup and sharing your thoughts, sharing your experience. It was very interesting. Genuinely, I would say that it was very interesting to know about the kind of work that you have done, and all those about orphanage and those experiences that you have mentioned, the work that you have done around social work with your students and your educational field and all those things. Great to know about the conferences that you have arranged as well. We can definitely partner, and we can have a common platform for a global conference as well. I think that is something which just came to my mind when you were mentioning about your conferences. Great. So I'll just stop the recording, and then we can just have a chit chat and find out. Thank you so much.